Brother, your name is Adam. Can I refer to you as Adam?
Of course you can.
Okay, awesome. Adam, do you have any objections that you have when it comes to veneration of Mary, or you really don't have a position on it? What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are there is one mediator between God and man. I wouldn't hold anything equal. I would pray to anything other than God. God saved me.
Right, yeah, no doubt. And any Catholic or any Orthodox would agree with you that there is one mediator between God and man. So I'd get the ball rolling by noting that, yeah, we have no disagreement there. We don't believe that Mary is a mediator in the sense of that particular text in Timothy. It's talking about the God-man being able to die for us, the mediates, the way that particular Greek word is used. Only the God-man could die for our sins. Yeah, without a doubt, we'd agree. There is only one mediator between God and man, Christ. So we don't disagree when it comes to that. I'm guessing that maybe our disconnect would be you do not think that, well, maybe let me ask you this. Do you think veneration of Mary is wrong, or do you just have objections to asking her to intercede for us, or just the whole thing as a whole?
I think, you take it away, Humble.
Okay, so doing research on veneration of Mary, I definitely, if you're asking my personal opinion, I would definitely say it's wrong. I would say praying to Mary is wrong based on my research. Now, there's a couple things here when you ask that question, because I've had to learn a little bit about your faith.
Sure.
So Mary gets hyperdulia, if I understand correctly, as opposed to dulia, and as opposed to is it latria, I believe, right? So, but my issue,
yeah.
Thank you. So my issue though is that I was told that Mary is a Co-Redemptrix.
Okay, but that's not an official title for her though. So,
but it was declared by a pope though.
No, it's not an official title for her at all. It has never been declared an official title. You may have theologians and even great popes utilizing that title. For instance, our current pope is not a very big fan of it, but it isn't an official title of hers. So we want to talk about official Marian dogmas. You've got Mary as our Theotokos, which means Mary is the mother of God. You've got the dogma of the Immaculate Conception, Mary as perpetual virgin, and in no particular order, by the way, and the bodily assumption of Mary. So those are our four dogmas of Mary. Anything else in terms of Co-Redemptrix or anything else? Now, of course, there may be theological opinions I don't disagree with, but as far as official dogmas, we only have those four there.
Okay, so a papal decree is not, you don't consider that dogmatic, is what you're saying?
It would depend in what particular format it was released, but it's not an official title for her. Okay,
because in the decree Sum Cusum More 1913, the Congregation of the Holy Office called Mary the co-redemption. And on 1914, January, they affixed an indulgence to a prayer in which Mary is called co-redemptress of the human race.
Yeah, and so we would have no issue, again, with the theology behind that, but we would not point to it as an official title of hers. So there's a number of titles that are used for Mary that aren't officially bound up in Catholic dogma. But when it comes to Mary, is again, going back to the particular issue, I think that maybe the disconnect is, what does this mean? Doesn't mean that Mary is a mediator in the way the Bible lays out Christ as the one mediator that could die for our sins. It doesn't mean that. It means that Mary can mediate in the sense that any saint can pray and intercede for us. Now, of course, we believe Mary to be the greatest of God's creatures. And in terms of hyperdulia, that means that we give her greater veneration than any other saint. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we believe she's a creature. And of course, there's only one true God.
Okay, so I have another issue here. Okay, so I believe it's Pope Benedict XV also made some statements, but one of those is that Mary is the dispenser of all gifts that Jesus has won for us with his death and his blood. So I don't understand how you can dispense the gifts of Jesus and not be equal with him in the phraseology of co-redemptrix. It's a logical disconnect for me.
So again, it would be best to stick to official titles of Mary. There are a lot of theological opinions of hers. When we talk about Mary as dispenser of all graces, it's very strongly connected into the fact that since Mary brought Christ into the world, Mary is able to help others grow closer to Christ by interceding for them. But ultimately, all prayer is answered by God, and all of it ultimately is through and by God. Despite the fact that we believe she can intercede for us, because we believe intercession of the saints is a biblical principle. Thus, we believe that even though she's a creature, limited, no doubt, a creature that obviously, a creature that had a holy dormition, then she had to be taken up by her son still, nonetheless, she still is a creature. So either which way, we do not put her anywhere on par with Christ.